Real Grade Destiny Gundam. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs, 2Bs, GundamReviews.net, which is gundam.tk. Excited to be bringing you a look at this newest real grade excitement embodied from Gundam Seed Destiny. This is the first MS from that series, so let's check it out in its 1/144th real form. April 2013 release. It's back to that sweet real grade price of 2,500 yen, as you can see the name bar in English and Japanese there. Fantastic cover art, which is definitely going to catch your eye on the shelf, and the real grade line is going from strength to strength. It's on number 11 now, not counting repaints and exclusives. And don't forget, you can get this kit and so much more great stuff from the good folks at HobbyLink Japan, and there's full links down below. The parallels between the real grade line and the early days of Master Grade are very striking. It's the kind of thing now where we take for granted that you can get almost a Master Grade a month there, but in the early days they were few and far between, and real grades with their generally 3 a year for releases. Everything's on track as usual, and the same idea, focusing on a few core titles that are going to sell to hardcore fans and old school fans in Japan. You can almost count Seed and Seed Destiny now as old school, as they're celebrating their 10th anniversary, well, for regular Seed. But after we saw first Gundam Zeta and Seed, now it's time to go on to Seed Destiny. Sort of interesting that they went for the title Gundam there. You can argue all you want about whether it's the lead or not. Force Impulse and Strike Freedom you'd think would follow at some point. Regardless of what you think of the pilot here, the Destiny Gundam has definitely had success across various lines here. Back with whole 9 grade 2005 there, 600 yen. And then of course you can move on to the much more famous high grade version, which a lot of people enjoyed because of the large pink effect parts there. That, of course, helped to explain the price jack up there of 1,600. That came out in November of 2005. In the 1/100th line after you move on from Seed, we also got in July of 2005. This one, before it was time to move on, everybody was very excited in 2007 here in October when we got the Destiny Gundam in its Master Grade form. You can see that he's got the head on there, so not much of an inner frame there in terms of the internals there. Otherwise, he's going to be looking good. You'll get him up on an action basis, which is going to come with this part here. You'll notice that the shield is going to be done up in blue, and with a simultaneous release there, this was 7,000 instead of, what was it, 5,000, as you'd expect, I think, or 4,800, sorry, for the regular Destiny. You're going to go 7,000 and you get the Extreme Blast mode, which always struck me as being a silly name. But more importantly, you're going to be getting some great wing effect parts there that you can add on. And if you want to go and throw the beam boomerangs there, you can do that because they're going to have some clear attachments. Of course, there are lots of weight issues. You can check out my review of this. It'll just be a question. It seems like Bandai has moved more to online as opposed to multiple SKUs at retail. For the box tour now, something that's awesome about Real Grades is that they're advertising, no, this wasn't painted by a pro who's professional and working for Bandai to make them look as good as possible. Instead, all you need is a $2 lining marker and about $5 for top coats, and you can replicate these exact results, although we'll have to see exactly how it's going to work out of the box. In terms of poses, the Destiny Gundam is going to be famous or infamous for its wings there on the back, as was the style 10 years ago there. He's definitely going to be an interesting take on the classic Gundam design with a big V fin there and a gray shade instead of white there. But in terms of weapons, you really can't deny how cool some of them are, including the big palm blasters, and anytime those wings are open, you're going to be asking to add more to them. Now it's talking here that there's going to be clear parts there for the beam shield, so we'll see how that's going to work out. The beam rifle looks like it has a clear part for the scope down at the end. White and gray interspersed there. You can see the boomerangs ready to grab out of the shoulders, along with the green gun and the big purple sword there on the back. But when he's in full deploy mode there with the big sword out there, all you need is a little bit of top coat, and if you want to put in the time to put on the seals, you'll see there that you've got all sorts of silver there, white lines all over the place, and the familiar Shinn Asuka markings there on the left shoulder to make this guy look pretty epic. You'll notice that he's on an action base too though, and that's going to be sold separately for now. With the final view being of the back there, which is of course going to take the best of all 3 striker packs there, as you get to take sword, launcher, and ale and turn them into the Destiny. With the big red wings that are a big improvement over the ale, I'd say. And then you've got the green gun, purple sword. Love that they kept the colors the same there. And some other details. You've got the old Joker crying eyes there under the green. Very familiar. The hands are looking fantastic. The backpack attachment, thrusters that are going to be moving. And it looks like the cockpit hatch will open as well. The Real System is going to be bringing this kit to life here as we get more of that great CG. And check out that inner frame. Something that no Master Grade when the line kicked off could have ever dreamed of for about, what, 6-7 years before it caught up to where real grades began with. You'll notice that he's already going to have the hand attachments on there. I wonder if you can detach those. But otherwise, it's looking good here. And that's going to be thanks to the advanced MS joints that you're going to be getting there. I wonder if some of them are going to be X'd out or if it was custom made. We will find out. And of course, one of the big appeals for the Real Grade line is just these idea of realistic stickers here. You're going to be able to take them. You can see the multiple silvers down there attached onto the red. And it looks like there's some big blue ones there, which I'm a little bit wary of. You can see multiple kinds of eyes there, just the green eyes, green on black, and you can also do clear. And it looks like multiple shades of gold and silver in there to go along with all of the other weapons. You've got the gimmicks, opening cockpit hatch there. You can reach across and grab the beam boomerangs. Here you can see the way the weapons are going to unfold when they're deployed. The clear shield there and the old standard shield, which I'm a big fan of. It looks like it's going to be opening and closing as well. And if you want to go old Vesper F91 style, well, you can at least do it on the left side, as you'd expect in stylish seed green. And if you weren't sold already, just check out those plates assortments there. You're not going to see too much blue there. It's probably just turned around to the other side. But it looks like we're going to have lots of shades. It'll be a question of how many shades of white, if you want to call it that, or in this case, gray, as he's up there with GPO2A in terms of menacing coloring down there. And that realistic seal, again, seeing all those blue parts there, slightly worrying, but the kit itself, especially with the wings open, no worries yet. So it's inside the box we go, where you're going to be treated to / disappointed. Yes, check that out there. On the massive piece of realistic stickers, as big as an A-plate here, practically, at least in terms of length. But yes, it looks like the shield is going to be done in seals instead of clear blue. Disappointing. Red, yellow, silver, green, and red more and yellow there. Lots of little details to go along with the blue and purple plate there. You've also got the traditional A-plate, which is going to have the clear shield there. Not that much green, gray for the main body, and more yellow than you'd think. Here's the secondary white, if you want to call it that, for the D1, D2, and 2 big plates of red that are going to make up the wings. And you can see some gray, and it looks like lots of clear parts inside there to make up the boomerangs, etc. Great cover art there for the manual, and they're going to be telling you, go ahead and order these if you want, while you're answering a survey. With the Master Grade, it was simultaneous releases here, and that allowed you to get the Wings of Light there, and that's something that's only going to be provided in this case from Premium Bandai and their online shop down there. You'll see that it's going to be $1,575, so $1,500 prior to taxes, and you're going to be getting the wings, and you're also going to be getting a nice bonus, an Action Base 2 with some black smoke clear. Should be a nice addition, especially to this kit, and to any other 1/144th you want to show off. And love that they don't miss the advertising opportunity here when you open up the box. BB sent you there, as you can get Shinn looking cool in the Destiny. Here he is in high grade and in master grade form. Remember that there are the 2 different versions. And on the other side here, they're also the perfect grade line, which I wonder if it's going to make Shinn and Seed Destiny fans unhappy. Well, anyway, here you're going to have all the focus being on Kira Yamato with the Strike and then his sister, Strike Rouge. And we've got Strike Freedom there. No word on Freedom, though, whether we'd ever get that. But it was sort of interesting for Real Grade that they went back and they actually did the old school Freedom and Justice first. You know that all of them are eventually going to get done up here in Excitement Embodied. Can't wait to see what kind of gold inner frame they'll do. So to delve into the secrets that the manual is going to be revealing, well, first of all, it's got that pink color in it throughout. It's always nice when Bandai goes for 3 colors here. You can see that it's going to have a backpack unit there as part of the table of contents, and you are going to be Xing out some of the parts there for the B frame, which is going to be providing everything that we know about that inner skeleton. Here's the parts there. Again, you'll notice just the 1 X over there. Everything else should be used, as they were all going to be custom made for that. And check out how many pink beam parts there are down there. You'll notice that 2 of them are going to be X'd out. Seems like a waste, the kind of thing that you'll want to throw into a bag and maybe use for something else. And look at this, full color inside as you go in there. You get to see more of the same details that we saw around the box. Love that they show off this. It would be nice if they told you which plates to lay out, but that's just a small thing. You'll figure it out as you put it together. But once you build up the legs and the waist section there, you're going to get into the more interesting parts, namely the body part there, to see how the cockpit hatch is going to work. No color here as they skipped out on the blue, but they are still going to be giving you the pink. Good elbow bend down there that they're going to be showing that off. And as you go inside, no color splash pages, as there's otherwise color, it seems, alternating on every second page. And it looks like the arms are going to be able to come forward very nicely. 45 degrees, if that's the case, is going to be fantastic. Here it looks like 5 different parts if you want to open up the hatch and expose the pilot there. Here you get to see all the weapons, the high energy beam rifle, and look at those beam effect parts down there, including the massive ones Those should be a lot of fun. This, of course, is going to be disappointing that it's not done up in proper blue, but we'll see if this better take on the ale is going to do that. Big parts here, lots of white on the manual, so it looks like it's not going to be all that complicated to put it together, which is going to help keep it down at that 2,500 price point. And then we've got the big guns and some more great poses before you build up the classic weapons down there. And it looks like for play options, yes, you can put them on the hand. Of course, they're going to have special hands for that. On the back there, here's the regular shield, and you can just swap that regular shield off for the clear one, whether you put the seals on or not. How to put the boomerangs in hand, and there it is. So you're going to open up the top one first, and then these ones, it looks like you're going to have to move them. I don't think they're going to be automatic. We will find out. And here you get to put in that other attachment point to make this anti-ship sword all the more impressive. And for a big swing there, you can get some nice looking F91 action. If you're missing parts down there, of course the B parts are going to hit you hard. 700 and it's 600 there for the realistic decals. Don't lose those when you pick it up. And love the fact that they're going to be giving you this in multicolor on the back with the front, back, and the side. All the weapons done up there. Even from the top, it looks like there's going to be gold seals going onto the shield there, which should add, although maybe that could have been done up in plastic. Even the weapons here, top and side views, this is the only one that you don't want to see, unless you're really not a fan down there of teeny tiny Shinn. Lots of cool stuff to see from the inbox. I'm really liking the way that they're designing their manuals. They're getting better and better, and just seeing the number of colors in here and the size of the plates, like that pink effect parts plate. Can't wait to see that in action. However, you've got to wonder about the price here. If they're going to be spending, let's say, $1,000 for this, if they had priced this at $3,500 and then put these inside the actual box, it would have saved people buying overseas a lot of trouble from having to deal with premium Bandai online. So what are your thoughts of that? We've already seen it before with the Master Grade that they're willing to put out 2 versions on the shelf at the same time. Do we really need an action base? That's probably going to account for 500 of this. Anyway, everybody, stick around to see the focus back on where it should be on the plastic itself before it all gets put together, and please let me know what you think of this kit with a comment down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, taking a look today at the Destiny Gundam. Kira, you're doing it again.